What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. Akeem Wiz had to sit in on this interview.
What's up?
As a stand-up comic because, oh man, I'm so excited for this. Our girl Tisha Campbell is here. Thank you for coming in today.
I am so excited. You know I always love seeing you.
I want to say, I'm the type of person, like, I interview people, I meet them.
Yeah.
And if I see you out in public, I'll mind my business. I don't want to, but you are so welcoming and warm. Aww. Like, if I run into you, I love that. Because sometimes you don't know how people are going to act.
Yeah, when you're not in front of a microphone.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I get that.
So I always am like, let me mind my P's and Q's.
No, but you're so nice to me, too. So.
Well, honestly, how could you not be? And I was watching, before you came in here, your TV debut on that Magnificent Major.
Oh my God, the first thing I ever did in my life.
Yeah,
when I was TV. 7.
I just saw the video. That's adorable.
It is the cutest thing. Your face.
Y'all just found my 1970s work.
Your face is exactly
the same
as it was back then. But the talent that you had as a little kid, singing, acting, dancing, I think people have to respect how long and consistent you've been doing this.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's literally 54 years.
That's
wow.
Insane.
54 years I've been doing this and entertaining. And
time flies.
You know what? I just feel blessed about it because, I always look at an actor's career lifespan is usually only about 5 years.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So to be able to do this for this long and consistently, I do feel blessed about it and honored.
Yeah, because that little clip had went viral on social media. And I said, let me flash back and see what this, because I'd never seen that before.
Oh, my gosh.
And it was super fire. Now, the reason that you're here today is Be Happy. And Mary J. Blige has this series of movies that she's doing on Lifetime.
Based on her songs.
Which
Be
is
Happy.
So...
Isn't
no one's
that
ever
brilliant?
done anything like it's so because she has a huge. That's amazing. No one's ever. I've never seen anyone do anything like that.
Yeah,
that's very
that's
smart.
really. And they just extended her deal, so she's doing 3 more.
That's amazing.
Based on her songs, yeah.
And you're in it. Mackay Pfeiffer's in it,
and Russell Hornsby.
Listen, I want to say Russell Hornsby was that same husband on BMF too. I was like, dang, the same thing happening to him again.
He just keep catching a bad one every single script.
His wife keep cheating on him.
I know.
Hope we don't get typecast. It's hey, you the one who people be cheating on.
Right.
But just for people to understand the plot of the movie, if you could just break it down.
Well, basically, it starts out about a woman of a certain age. She's about to be an empty nester, and her name is Val. That's the character that I play. But really, it's about how you grow and you want more for yourself.
Right. You want to be happy.
You want to be happy. You want to seek joy after, all these years of committing yourself to the job and to the husband and to the family and the kids. There, you have to etch out something for yourself. Yeah. And that's kind of what this is about. And it's one of the reasons why I wanted to do the film in the first place, because I was like, this writer, what's his name? Cameron J. Ross, you in my business, right? So I really could relate to it, and a lot of people can.
Yeah, no, there's a couple of things. Now, Gabrielle Sidibe also directed this,
she
too.
She did.
Yeah, that's a big deal.
Such a big deal. First of all, she's a great actress, but y'all, she's as great of an actress as she is. She's just as great as a director.
That's amazing. That's great to hear.
She was so clear with her direction, her storytelling, how she communicated it, and she did an amazing job. Lifetime is super happy, and I wanted to do right by her because I knew her outside of. Well, we actually worked together. And we did a pilot together.
Okay.
Yeah, her pilot, actually, that she created and starred in. And she knew that, and I think it's part of the reason why I got this role, or she looked my direction. A lot of times people look at me and all they see is the comedy side, because that's what I've been primarily doing. But I started out as a dramatic actress, as a theater actress. And, for her to give me an opportunity to do drama, she saw me do it with her piece, so she knew what I could do. Because sometimes people forget. You know what I mean?
There's some spicy scenes in here too.
We have to talk about the love scenes. All right, fine.
We got to.
Listen.
By the way, you look amazing on here.
Thank you.
Because I also know, I was like, okay, sis, like.
Listen. Okay, so what she's talking about is Tisha Campbell is doing love scenes, okay? Ooh. And it's been a while since I've done a love scene. As a matter of fact, it's been so long. Like nowadays, they have these things called intimacy coaches. Have you heard of it?
I heard about that.
Yeah, so an intimacy, for those who don't know, they have people whose job is to help rehearse, keep the guidelines and the boundaries so that each actor playing opposite of each other feels safe.
I actually interviewed an intimacy coach before.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
It's a fascinating job.
Yeah. Is it more male or female for the intimate coach, or is it both mixed?
I'm not sure. I've only seen women do it.
Yeah, I've only seen women.
Yeah,
okay, that makes more sense.
They have them on the set now while you're doing your love scene. They could be the only person in the room other than the camera person, and they're actually making sure and watching and making sure nobody goes too far.
Right.
I didn't have that back in the day when I was doing my love scene. Right. So this is the first time.
Do this.
And I asked Russell, I was like, Russell, have you worked with an intimacy coach? He was like, yeah. And he said it so offhandedly. I was like, oh, yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, me too. Lying. But the guys, both of them, I had to do a love scene with both of Russell Hornsby and Mekhi Phifer, who's also in the movie. And it was great working with them, just period, as the thespians that they are. They're such great actors, and the caliber, of actor that they are. Me and Mekhi, our chemistry was so good because we worked off the set. When we weren't filming, we would go rehearse.
Okay.
And I love actors like that.
Right.
Because a lot of times people
flows.
it flows better. You have more to play. So it was a great experience.
You had your girl Miss Pat in a couple scenes too.
She's so funny.
She is brilliant. She's actually in town right now.
I love her. We were just talking about how much we love Miss Pat.
So
I
funny.
love her so much. I love that girl.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you know what's funny? I'm on her show this season.
Yeah, you're on the Miss Pat show.
I'm on the Miss Pat show this season, and I wanted to be on the show so badly when she first came out that every time she's never in LA, but whenever she was some kind of way, I was right there, and I would run up to her and I go, I'm doing your show. I want to do your show. I'm gonna keep stalking you until I do your show. And don't you worry about money. Don't you worry about nothing. I will make it happen. Sometimes I don't do shit for money.
Yeah, you wanted to do it.
I just wanted to support her.
And you also do stand up, and I can imagine that being on the Miss Pat show and supporting her as a stand up comedian as well. That's also important.
Well, what's funny is when I did her show, I had just started. So for those who don't know, I just started stand-up. I know a lot of people think
like 3 years ago, right?
Two.
Yeah, because I was literally talking to a guy last night. And we were talking about
Tori.
you. Yeah.
Oh my God, I gotta hear what he said. But I was so nervous to be on the road with Guy. I did a show with Guy on the road, and he was like, T, I'm really proud of you.
He said the same thing last night. So
tell us what he said.
He told us his story. He's like, this is when he knew you was going to be cool. He's like, you guys were in a play together.
Yes.
And he said there was a scene where he played the husband, and you were the wife.
Yes.
And there was a scene where you guys are in bed, and he did an improv line where he's like, oh, this TV show I'm watching is as bad as this first season of Martin.
Right.
And it got a huge applause break.
Right.
And then it wasn't in the scene, and then it cut. And he apologized, and you're like, no, can you do it again? It was so funny.
No, well, first of all, I got some thick skin.
You got to.
Yeah, self-deprecation is my middle name. But I love him. You know what I mean? And Guy Tori, I don't know if anybody knows this, but he used to write on The Martin Show.
Oh.
Yeah.
He wrote the famous episode where Martin, I think there's a puppy in our room, where we were on vacation and that little thing comes and attacks us. That was Guy who wrote that.
Okay, so he could poke fun at himself.
Yeah.
I also think we all know how popular and successful that show was, that you can make a joke like that because it ain't like something dramatic that is like the show.
I wouldn't care if it was. It was funny.
But I see Tommy Davidson is talking about the spinoff that they've already filmed too for Varnell, that character.
Yeah, I'm very happy for Tommy.
Yeah.
He said that it went like swimmingly, like he's really happy with it. So I'm happy that it went off well for him.
Good.
What took you so long, because you've been around comedy your whole life.
I was scared.
You were scared? Okay.
I know the answer to the question you didn't even ask.
Comedy is scary. I started in 2010. Comedy is definitely scary.
So let me break this down. So when I was younger, I couldn't get arrested doing comedy at all. Nobody would, hire me.
Yeah.
And I started hanging out in the Laugh Factory, Comedy Store, Comedy Act Theater, all of the comedy with the comedians. I would sit with them because I had to figure out what was comedy because I wasn't getting any jobs. Mm-hmm. And so I realized that all the people who were getting the deals back then in the 90s were people who were telling their real life stories.
Okay.
And in any other situation, those real life stories could sound really sad.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So the ones who were having people laugh at their own pain were the ones that were the most brilliant.
Yeah.
And so I'm sitting back there and I'm going, oh, okay, there's a thin line between drama and comedy. But then I'm sitting back there, and in the 90s, I don't know how it is now, but in the 90s, they were brutal to one another.
It's similar, but it's not. I can't speak on what it was in the 90s because I was born in the 90s.
I feel like things are a little
Shut
more
up, you little young thing.
I was born in 1990.
Yeah. Shut your ass up. Ain't nobody asked you all that.
35 years old.
Whatever. Right? So I would sit back there and how they would treat each other. Like, so for more context, I came up with Tashina Arnold. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And me and Tashina were so close. Like, we were in competition, but we never competed.
Right. Y'all really collaborated.
We collaborated
more than anything.
And we pushed one another. If one got a job over the other, we were cheering. That's like awesome. We got it.
Yeah.
So to see this this climate when I was sitting in the back in the 90s, again, this was the 90s, I'm not talking about now, and everybody just, I got scared. I was like, I don't know if I can handle that.
Yeah.
And so then
you're not a mean person either. Like
I'm not a salacious. Yeah. I don't do that kind of stuff.
It is a thick-skinned gig.
Yeah, it is. Now, I have thick skin, but I don't know if I wanted to be in that competitive environment like that. If that's
where you got to be a shark also and go at people.
So what made you finally take the leap?
Let me tell you what happened.
Right place, right time.
Right. So it was literally. I happened to be in Washington D.C. because D Nice was doing a 3-day residency at the Kennedy Center. That's what I call it. Mm-hmm. At the Kennedy Center, right? Still is. And he had a 3-night stay, and one of the nights was a comedy night. His host happened to fall out. Oh. And so he said, Tisha, since you're here, can you bring everybody up? And I was like, oh, that's easy. And the people he wanted me to bring up was Sherry Shepherd, Michael Che.
Oh, wow.
Gina Yashere.
Hilarious.
Chris Spencer. And Zaynab, right?
They're all so funny.
Yo, so funny, right? So then I was like, okay, yeah, that's easy. I could bring people up. And then he said, so do 15 minutes before. And I was like, what? Who you talking to?
Oh, hell no.
Who the hell you talking to? In front of 4,000 people?
That's crazy.
So that was my first time going up, and it just so happens there was an agent out there. And Chris was like, we've been trying to tell you, all the comedians you work with been trying to tell you need to do stand-up. They would tell me this all the time.
Of course they would.
They was like, you're a good storyteller, you can do it.
Because, I mean, even Guy was saying that your comedic timing is impeccable. Like, Guy was like, you have such a, because you've been in comedy for so long, it just makes sense.
He's a goat.
Yeah.
He's one of the goats. And to do it beside him and Finesse Mitchell. Mm-hmm. You know,
he's
Finesse
amazing
Mitchell.
too. Y'all did the tour together.
We're still touring together. We got to go to San Diego. What's that date again? February 19th and 20th.
Mic drop?
Yes, we do a mic drop.
Great.
We're doing mic drop. Great venue. So we'll be there on that day, and we're just touring all over the country.
That's awesome.
You know, people do have the most amazing stories about you. I remember Gabrielle Union was talking about how you talked her into getting therapy.
Yes.
And I feel like she said you paid for it.
I did.
Too.
I forgot that she even would remember that. It was just a moment in time where
it was so special to her that.
Yeah.
And I know you would have never talked about it if she didn't bring it up.
I would have never.
Yeah.
Ever. Now, just so that everybody knows this, I didn't see nothing wrong with her. There was nothing wrong with her. I knew that she was going to be bigger than she was. She was already making a name for herself at the time. But I saw in her that she had something very, very special. And I said to her, listen, you're going to have to navigate a whole bunch of BS bullshit. I really want to make sure you got the support that you need. So I want to pay for your first 10 sessions.
Oh, first 10.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's amazing.
Yeah, your first 10 sessions.
That's
and
so
I just want
dope.
you to promise me to keep it up because you need support.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody needs support. And so she did, and that was it.
That's amazing. Like the fact that you would just do that for, know, just the stories I hear about you.
Oh,
but
these are my sisters. I want my sisters to win. I'm not in competition with them.
That's awesome.
We in competition against everybody else.
That's facts.
now,
That's the
can we
industry.
talk about Val from Be Happy for a second?
Yes, let's do that.
Now, part of the plot here is that 3 years in a marriage with no sex.
Couldn't be me.
What does that mean in
What does it mean? I don't
real?
know.
Because I do feel like there are people who are listening now and people who have gone
those
through that or are
droughts.
going through that
Yeah.
right now,
Yeah.
where it's like, why do I feel like my significant other is not attracted to me? Why aren't we having sex? The physical aspect of a relationship is so important, right?
I think it is. Mm-hmm. I think it's like, there's a trinity in that.
Yeah.
There's the emotional connection and mental connection, and there's a physical connection. 4, spiritual as well, if you're into that. And if one is missing, there's the person is going to feel it. You know what I mean? So that's what is so interesting. Now, you watched it the other day and you said that your boyfriend got mad at me.
Yes. All right. So he was very upset. He was like, yo, shorty just gonna go do, because what happens in the movie, and this is not really a spoiler, she does link up with somebody else.
I do.
And he was so disgusted by that.
Why? We were separated technically.
But not divorced and
We
not.
weren't.
And, he was like, is she gonna tell her husband that she did X, Y, and Z? And that's so grimy. He was really upset. I was like, first of all, it's a movie.
Calm down.
He's over here writing the email.
Yeah.
Dear Tisha Campbell.
Secondly, they haven't had sex in 3 years. She tried. He wasn't interested.
Right.
And I was like, also, sometimes things like that happen and it can actually end up making you realize
that you really want to be with that person even more. And
Now,
like the
I wanna
other person.
I want to play something from it for you, and I want to know which friend you are, because here's a scene, right, where you're with 3 of your friends, and you guys are having a conversation about you linking up with Mekhi Phifer's character. He's a photographer, artist, and
New
you had a
Orleans.
steamy time with him, and your body felt ways it never felt before. Listen to this.
I hear you, sis, but what you gonna do when Ross finds out? Or the kids?
Donna, can you please stop being a hater?
No, I am being a friend.
Look, if any of her friends should be traumatized by her having an affair, it should be me. Men do this all the time and get away with it, okay? If Val want to be selfish for once in her life, let her be it. And damn them kids.
Are you still considering a divorce?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Okay, well, good. So at least you also don't see this affair going anywhere.
Can I just live in a moment for once, Donna? Damn.
Oh, sis, I am not trying to talk you into an empty bed. What you're doing is dangerous.
Which friend are you? Let's just say Val came to you and was like, listen, here's what's going on.
Yeah.
My marriage is shaky. I'm trying to figure things out, but I met this guy and he's made me feel all kinds of ways. What advice, which one would you have been?
I think I would have been both. Because at first I would have
That's
been
not
like,
fair.
girl, come on, let me hear what you do, bitch. Are you serious? And then what he do, bitch? Oh, shit. And then I would have had a moment where I'm like, okay, you got to think this through. How?
That's good, because I would have just been the first one.
Yeah,
I wouldn't have.
I would have did both.
I wouldn't have reverted to the
Akeem's
second one.
never been in a relationship in his life.
I know.
Yeah.
No, I'm out in the streets. Out in the street. But I came out late too. I keep telling people. 25. I came out when I was 25.
Okay.
But he's never had like an actual boyfriend. He just kind of...
Angela makes sure
having
to tell everybody.
situationships.
Yeah, he's not
Linking
even.
up.
It's more like link ups.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Little sneaky links. I'm not opposed to it, so if anyone
Listen.
sees this and wants to wife me up, I'm available.
I tried to tell him once, I was like, don't sleep with the guy right away. Try to like develop. And he got mad at me because he said he felt like the guy friend zoned him.
Yeah.
Because he always does everything right away. I'm like, you
Angela
can't
got
just
me
give it all.
friend-zoned.
Yeah. I just want him to try something different.
Yeah.
And it backfired.
Well,
Don't take advice from Angela, y'all.
listen,
You're gonna
I'm
end
more
up
like
alone.
Angela.
You still alone.
I know exactly because
it
of
don't
you.
matter either way.
Yeah, that's true.
It doesn't
you
matter
are alone.
either way.
See, you see what I did? I flip flop. Oh, Angie. Oh, you are alone. See, that's
She's
the
just
print
playing
I
the
would have
middle.
been. I would have been the middle. Neutral.
But I do think that watching a movie like this is something that marriages sometimes go through, like a rocky period.
Yeah.
And so I can't give it away, so y'all gotta watch.
You
Be
gotta
happy
watch
to understand. So I can't say too much, but what I will say is New Orleans is definitely the city.
It is.
To find some fun. I saw you in the movie. You're drinking. I said she's drinking hand grenades. I knew it already.
Yes,
because that's like a New Orleans.
Did
drink.
you guys film it in New Orleans as well?
We actually filmed in Atlanta, but it's interesting because there's a place in Georgia that looks exactly like New Orleans.
Oh
Really?
wow! Y'all
Yeah.
fooled me.
I know.
Interesting.
They built it like that because another production was filming down there that was based in New Orleans, and they built it so it could look just like
wow,
New
that's
Orleans, and they
perfect.
left it so
Dang.
that city now looks like
That's
it
interesting.
really did look like it.
Yeah, it's really dope.
Operation Aunties, Action. You've been really booked and busy.
Yes, and that's another thing. I think this whole movie is about coming a person of a certain age, a person of a certain age who really wants to be happy, wants to find joy, and working hard to get it and obtain it, no matter what the choice is. You could choose to stay in a loveless, intimate, that's not a word, marriage, or you can do something about it. And that's kind of what this was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was so mad.
Please don't be mad at me.
He was so. I don't even want to tell you the names that he was saying.
Oh, damn.
You over here getting cursed out by Angela's man.
I was. That's funny.
I never see him be so pat. And then I was telling him today, I was like, yeah, she's coming in today. He was like, okay, it was a good movie.
He cuts me out. We got to get him on the phone after we finish
We
this.
will.
Let's FaceTime him.
Because the thing
You was
about
talking about
this-
me, huh? You was talking about me.
I'm going to be like, say what you were saying.
Yeah,
while you
say
was,
what you were saying last night.
He gonna be like,
We got Val on the phone.
He gonna be like, you a bug out, Angela. Why are you telling her? Now, listen, last time I saw you was on lip service, and you hadn't been on a proper date.
That I hadn't been on a
Yeah,
proper
you
date.
had not.
I still have not.
I don't like this for you.
Why are you not outside? You look like that. You not outside?
You do look good.
Well, y'all, you know what it is. We talked about this.
I know.
Everybody
I
want
just
to
know something happened since
No,
then.
ain't shit happened. Listen, that doesn't mean I'm not outside.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay.
That just means I'm committed to the process of therapy and getting to know me right now. Because I want to be okay and unpack whatever baggage I have
Right.
before I commit myself. I know better this time.
Yeah. You've been through a lot, girl.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. So, but that don't mean I'm not outside with you.
Fair enough.
Okay.
No, you're not outside like Hakeem. Don't even
No,
try to
probably
do that.
not.
At all, period.
No offense.
You
Don't
have
put me in
time.
that.
No offense.
But I do appreciate you so much for coming. You know, it's always a pleasure, and I'm always supportive of everything that you've been doing. Fortunately, everything that you've been doing has been amazing. Be Happy is February 7th. Is on Lifetime?
February 7th.
Yes,
Lifetime.
Russell Hornsby, Mekhi Phifer, me. It is produced by Mary J. Blige, Mona Me.
Yeah, we saw Mona earlier.
Yep.
She told me, she was like, make sure you shout it out. I was like, don't worry, Tisha's coming up here.
Yeah.
And I like seeing Mona doing that too.
Yeah,
like, and
outside of
she's
the
been in
stuff
her
that-
bag. Yeah.
Yes. So
Can I
think
ask one more stand-up question?
I
if you
would
don't mind?
love you to ask me, what's up?
So, do you plan on doing a special?
So that's a great question. So when I first decided that I was going to go down this lane.
Yeah.
I knew what the end would be. I always plan things out, and I always am very strategic. So my goal for this is to do a one-woman show on Broadway like Whoopi Goldberg did.
Yes.
Oh, that's amazing.
That's my ultimate goal.
I'd get tickets. So
You have a
Thank you.
title in your head?
I'm still here.
Okay. Yes,
Yeah.
I'm still here.
Based on the song that I put out years ago.
Oh, that was like in 2018,
Look at
around
you.
that. Yeah, no, I
Your
remember
little
that.
Wikipedia, you.
I kind of remember that.
Music.
You know why? Because even on your page, it's still like linked there.
Yeah. So it's been coming up lately. which is really interesting. So
where can people go to see you stand? Like, where can people go to get tickets for your stand-up?
Well, you just have to keep looking at my social media, which is, y'all can find me, and it's always on there. I'll always post something.
Okay, I feel like I need to come check that out.
Yes. Well, when I'm in town, I haven't done Jersey or New York yet.
Whenever you're in town, I'm gonna pull up.
Yes. I just did Baltimore. It was dope.
Yep.
Oh, it was so dope.
You did Magoobies or Comedy Factory?
Comedy Factory.
Comedy Factory.
I love this comedy.
We know the
comedy conversation.
Yes.
Right here.
That's a great room.
Yeah, but that's my ultimate goal.
And and I love the takeaway that we got is that you do things when you want to. You're passionate about it. You love it. It's not about just the money.
That's right. It's it's never been about the money. And I always say money's not my God. A lot of times like I did with Miss Pat, it don't matter about the money. Don't worry about it. I'll make it happen. You know what I mean? Or whether for stand-up, this sometimes can cost me to go out. But what I get out of stand-up is being able to be in front of people without a screen between us.
Yeah.
They're not really
There's nothing like
it.
There's nothing like it.
There's nothing like it. It's a genre that's completely different. And just because I could be funny when somebody writes something in a script doesn't necessarily mean I'm funny on the stage.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
but being in front of a live audience previously also probably helped you be more comfortable, you think?
Yes.
With that also, knowing that the feeling that's going to have...
Being a singer, yeah. So it's the same feeling, but it doesn't matter. I'm always nervous. It doesn't matter. Even doing interviews,
Being nervous is good, though. I feel like Chris Rock said that, right?
Most people still... I'm still nervous for some show. Like, people
Until
just... Until they call your name, and then you're just like, all right.
Until I walked through the door, I was a wreck.
Really?
Now, yes, I'm always a wreck. And I hide it by being loud and making jokes.
I like that.
I do.
I like that. I think that's beautiful.
Yeah.
You never want to lose that feeling.
Yeah.
Because that's what makes it still fun.
And it also makes it seem...
It is.
Yeah, you care. It's because you care.
Yep.
All right. Well, be happy. And I feel like you're happy.
I am.
And shout out to my guy, Mekhi Phifer, too. Love seeing him in there as well.
He was great to work with. Great. So professional.
Okay. Well,
thank you, guys.
It's way up.